So when I was shopping tents for the Gladiator, I had a hard time finding videos and pictures that really showed this Tuff Stuff Alpha on a Gladiator. There was a couple I found, but wasn't really good views, so it was hard to gauge. This is a larger tent. How's it going to fit on the Gladiator? So I just wanted, that little walk around I did was just to kind of give you an idea and show you that it looks great. It looks very appropriate on the Gladiator. It looks like it belongs there. It's a fantastic tent, and it fits the Gladiator really, really well. So we're going to get into a more detailed review here, but I at least wanted to give you guys a quick look and see what the Tuff Stuff Alpha looked like on a Jeep Gladiator. So the rooftop tent for this build was one of the items that was really important to us, and we spent a lot of time on it. You know, our last tent was a Free Spirit Recreation High Country Series 80-inch tent, and we absolutely loved that tent. The build quality is fantastic. The fabric, the materials, the quality of workmanship was great. And so looking around at all the different manufacturers, and you know, we wanted to go to a clamshell tent instead of just one of the straight pop-up tents this time. It packed down a little bit better. We could leave our bedding in it. You know, there was a lot of reasons that looking at the hard shell tent, you know, putting the hard shell into the wind helps you in the, you know, when you've got some rougher nights with the wind blowing, and especially when it's colder out. So we kept coming back to the Tuff Stuff Alpha after looking at everything, and we were really impressed with the quality of workmanship and the build quality of this tent. You know, you've got great materials that they use. The capacity is 1,100 pounds, so that tells me they've got a very strong base underneath it, because a lot of the other tents just were not rated that high. Then you got a full selection of pockets. Love the moon roof. That's really great. The awnings over the windows were fantastic, and the lighting system. I've got at the end of the video here, I'm going to show you the lighting and how it works. You know, in the dark, it really is a fantastic feature. You know, so looking at, again, all the tents, value for our dollar, you know, the biggest complaint I had with the Free Spirit tent was the mattress. It was fairly thin, and when you would roll over at night, I'd put an elbow down, you roll up on your hip. You know, my elbow, my hip would hit the base underneath, and that was very uncomfortable. So I really wanted something that was going to give me a better mattress. It was a little bit thicker, a little bit more comfort and protection. And I tell you what, all I've done so far is take a nap in it. But yeah, it was comfortable. Really, really enjoyed that. So looking forward to getting it out on the trail and using it for some nights here. So that way we can come back and do a full review for you. But I'm very impressed so far with the build quality, the ease of setup. As you can see in the video, you know, it doesn't take much to set this up, about 3 minutes, and tear down is about the same. So it really is a fantastic tent. We're really looking forward to getting some miles on it and using it so that we can come back and do that full review. But I can tell you already, I think it's going to be a fantastic review. So value for the dollar, I think it's going to be really, really hard to beat Tuff Stuff. And the Alpha tent, they do make a smaller version, the Alpha 2, if you're going to put it on a little bit smaller vehicle. But either way you go, I would definitely check out their products, because they seem to make a good quality product that has good value for the dollar. All right, just wanted to show you the lights on the Tuff Stuff Alpha. Really nice feature. Since it was dark out, I wanted to give you a quick peek at that. You can see you've got 2 lights underneath. They give you a pretty good amount of light underneath your vehicle. And I'm going to go shut the garage lights off. You're going to walk with me for a second while I do this. So now you can see, if you're out at camp and it was dark, how much light you would have from just the lights that are underneath. So pretty good amount of light. And the cool thing is, these are changeable. This is one of the things they fixed in this version of the tent. So you can turn them off, on, And you can dim them if you want less, you want more. And you can also change the color. So you can go to amber for less bugs. Change your color temperature. And then they are run separately from the inside lights. So you can turn these off and leave the inside lights on. That's something you couldn't do with the first generation of these tents. But now with the second generation, they've updated this. And you can turn your interior lights on. And as you can see, here in the tent, plenty of light. And again, dimmable. So you can knock this down if you want. Dim it down. Bring it up, change the color. A little cooler, a little warmer. Bright. And then you can turn the exterior lights off and just have the interior lights of the tent going. So really lots of nice choices. They added the ability to turn lights, or you can run the outside lights as well and not the inside ones. So my understanding from watching reviews and videos was that initially on the previous versions of this tent, you can only have the lights on or off, and the outside lights were on while the inside lights were on, and there was no way to change that. Well, now you can change that. So you can run them all separately. Great upgrade from Tuff Stuff. Makes it really usable. Gives you a pretty good amount of light. Really makes the tent fantastic.